Mame fa na se ma PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
And a head of that prosecution team. Or no, and a lawyers and as for so your state attorney, prosecutor, there a lot of them. So you know those people. Or when you say attorney general, and I say, and there are certain things, rules of engagement that I think wound to me and go so. But a better point by being the whole attorney general, a phone, a witness, and an accused person in an ongoing case. Our no one names Sabi, it's Yamara. We don't need to do those things. Now, of course, and then I have other particular conversation. I think that I know I generated this whole thing. I'm a 7 no, I take it a 10 because it is improper. Because I will hear your friends saying lawyers in the plano or more code of conduct actors way now. A woman clearly, I actually say, so we a lawyer in an ongoing case. You do not have to engage the witness or other person, a brand a lawyer anyhow. And as I wouldn't be here, the only time you can meet is in front of the judge now or no sono. But beyond that, you know, wouldn't the panel can have a conversation, but not on the subject more no. And Attorney General knows this better than me know. So for him to go ahead and do the things that he did, tape no sono. I think that is quite unfortunate, and then I created this particular scandal. And maybe as I interested me the most, I may a bit surprised. Attorney General, I see letters of credit and how these businesses are done. No, he appeared a bit confused. Or try seeking clarity from the accused person, meaning from the import of the tape. No, that is what the kind of impression I said in some no, I can't bomb baby on Shadan Tia into the guy was seeking to clear his mind on what LC, when LCs are issued, the kind of payment in as a form. But for this sake, say you can't LCs in as a form. Say government per se or procure services. Normally government ain't direct. So we engage it firm. And I said, so I bid, then I said for a company, you submit now, and I said for what you be so with me, then you sign a contract. So contract will specify, say, terms of payment will be through letters of credit. So that must be stated in the contract. So a babu we are then unipana o dia jumano. Yebe nipana dia jumano mano, ebe raise that letter of credit in amount. Bank na be issue anti government on the bank be issue LC a favor
a bank guarantee.
Then wow no so no. Yes. Wow no so you have your advising bank. So bank and a be daily and raise
in this case no
conditions I would
in this case no so a year letter of credit no a bank guaranteeing from the buyer's payment to the seller.
Yes. Because you see very often among project government, we are payment. So the letters of credit, any payment, but it is an assurance. I expect that the money will be paid.
Or guarantee payment.
Yes. Because nipa na okwaya adwuma no or the bottom sika and akwaya adwuma ni nyina owia ansa na yatua ne ka. And they need that letters of credit. Or the because a Bosian or Papa or Oka say, Government of Ghana, I'm this letter of credit. Some year Jumanu Ria, Obetuameka, anti bank, which member Missicama media, letters of credit in India, some supply we pay or Mudimisica Mammy. And whatever bank be able will give you that money to supply because you have the LCs. Actually, say LCs no real so it has to be verified. I actually say a jumana yeka say no yeah. And now all conditions precedent. Conditions that will meet and sana what me activate letters of credit, You need to ensure that invoices, procurement nema as a wotono, nina adibia okay. We are or issue or bank, or issue or advising bank, what the documents in you now, mano, amana verifier who say nneɛma na wotɔɔyɛ ne nneɛma no nyinaa no emiti the conditions a state ɛwɔ LC num na sɛ owie no hu sɛ ade bi ayɛ okay then your bank will forward the LC back to the bank na o issue yɛ ne sɛ ya go through a verify a bibia wie nipa no wadwuma na ɛsɛ ɔyɛ no wayɛ wie then the other bank no also verify na wa transfer osika na the comma bank no na bank na credit to account. That is how they do it.
And this ushe
so in the case okay.
And this a particular case here. So a particular communication between the AG and the third accused here, Jakpaya. Jakpano person wa chirimu say letter of credit no. In chiremuni into Toboas na min chire musa won tiasia. And a attorney general also person wa say oh whatever the case may be, once a letter of credit is issued, a payment has been made. And one also person just say no. So a letter of a year of credit is a credit. A letter of credit is a issuer. And no interest a one a letter of credit no a issue and interest a one pempe
no.
Yeah, you've been paid. Into a one no na akwa says sebu chima menchimbi but do you think sir the Attorney General was trying to coerce I mean the third accused Jakpa to say Sebio, there was a wrongdoing. The former Deputy Minister of Finance, Ato Forcing, Kwedu no machinatu.
Yes, I think sanity because I would say some na or kana. I think that of pre conviction and the ultimate trophy. Otimia Chivua. Who says Ghana had their abang way back midway atom. And I think that particular conviction or LED no Emily do those things because to a point I would be catching obi a yare say on fake say or yare na on the medical report and family court. Who is that deceiving a court of competent jurisdiction itself is a crime? And the guy admitted say it was the AG that was ushering him say on kasa or yare na on kwaje your friend saying at a letter say or yare na on fan come court no again. The testimony no on can say on some say be confirm case no mo court no this witness tampering and I think so can your evidence act and as a for man totally against the principles of whatever the evidence a bit me this or court for whatever case.
Rainbow Radio live 92.4 FM and DAB.
Yeah, Woody. And in some na all kind of there no correct, but he's saying say a doctor too. And to what portion is doctored no obi anyan kan. And the mere fact is there has been a conversation alone about trial no koso na matter no related to a seminar our court na nkasa in itself no ethical constitute an ethical breach. Enam say ya court there to horse asem course no na for no. So in this particular matter there the Attorney General cannot run away from any of these things, but adeba kwa ayene say is seeking to take away credibility from our judicial system. And it's the reason why I subscribe to those calling on the president to immediately an appointment on revoke pending investigation, because some of these positions are very sensitive. Very, very, very sensitive. So, Sagana Nina impression whether I no crack, no crack, but that is what is on the scoreboard today. Man for the Attorney General voice on a tape. Or Kasa trying to coerce, trying to influence. As a witness now no on your lawyer no to make us no say yes sir, it is against my consent. May yes sir, the okasa me or no anya that moral conviction to your friends and tell the Attorney General said the opposite no, it is not right, it is not appropriate. I can't do that. But yet the guy was insisting, saying, no, come on, let's do it. Oh yeah. To the point he said, some now cano. E could do baby a wit say Japan etiasie. Now Okan said the Attorney General no AC Canana. So when him say Japan so court. I also face it trial. Good. And this otiasie na say otimi na case Okan said yeah. Onusi penna say you converted ato ACN. Oh no, obviously I will pass you a messy card. What I say, so it's more or less like with a young so
and yes, snitch mammy, na said you will be jaw.
I think that such conduct is highly responsible and so reckless. And I mean, because Godfred the Dama catcher said, more or less, he's behaving like a dog on a leash, dancing to the tune of his grandmasters. Because so he said, also conducting in recent times. You see, or no, be or behave me who ne predecessor like my man on friend saying.
Kufu, yeah.
Yes. So we had the conduct in demeanor, not kind of fast or conducting honor. She was more of a lawyer or a juma for the people. But this one, no, I don't know. Because I call that thing now, Mubisano, baby an allegiance, a falling no, or can say an allegiance is to the president, which to me was totally wrong. Because as an attorney general, your allegiance isn't to the president. It is to the people of this country. It is to the constitution and to the people of this country. You are not there to defend just the president. You are the people's AG. You are the people's attorney. And the people now are very more important than the president. So if you are saying that your allegiance is to the president, it means that you do everything as a destined to protect the president, but not to protect the people. And it's the reason why he will go to the extent of engaging in some of these things. And Dr. Ren, you see, I think that a lesson going forward, you see, when you put people who are overly partisan in sensitive positions like this, when they get in, they can't control themselves. Because already, you know, say he's an overly partisan person. I will be a people very close to him, the kind of person, such a person, neutrality, that kind of independence, and kind of more blueprint, because he thinks as a party person, he must do this thing. I am an opponent in I want to be not so he will never be a fair-minded person. Because as somebody can, it could be said, I told force in D4. It could be said or D4, and the oye wrong. But the conduct of Papa we are conducting a hunting. Whenever the conviction be a basa will D4 pet, then because of the SC, people will not accept it. Meaning as makers out as here.
Matiap asepa anasa me de 12 de no so a wo hwe time asemi bae no ono eye Japano ene eye ato force no ana ye che wo mo ana ato force no no utimi tua eye ne bill eye sika no ana ono wo call
condition
eye condition no ana we went me enti we no eja okotwirim kakra enti no utimi se eno no kra na sa pain ni wonimu a wo pese express kire eye the attorney general say sebio de odi ye me no na kwan hu hia se mo de be ye me eni nti se wo pese me so me gitum se eja say na nipa kure we ye ya na je se de me ye de ye me anya me de no na pese me de ye me nua no so eno so me so ma adwene me no entimi nye de embe musa yentie eye from eye 9th minute wo ekono na to the 10th minute where 1-2 minutes be where a year Godfred admitted.
To go about my answering question sentence. If I go by that way, frankly speaking, I'll be dishonest because I know that is not how it's supposed to be. And I'll be dishonest, in such a way that I'll be assisting for someone I know is completely innocent about this. For example, Ato Forsen to be jailed because I knew something was wrong, was not the way, and I decided to keep quiet and to answer the question in a way that will make your case better for you to jail him. I'll be battling with my conscience. That is the problem I'm having. Anytime you bring up this issue with Yoni Kulendi, when I went to Yoni Kulendi's place, anytime you bring this issue, that is my problem I'm having. Because me, for example, I am in this case because I'm innocent and I'm going through ordeal. So I'm looking at another person also going to go through ordeal and through me because I know the truth and I decide not to say it because I want to help the AG make his case. And I ask myself, what is my interest in it?
I'm not asking you to really help me. I'm just going by it. But anyway, so that's fine. So this one was even just by the way.
I hope you get my difficulty.
It's on the phone. I don't even know that.
Oh no. No, don't worry about that one. My issue. I'm just.
Enti hanutia, the Attorney General no kase I don't even know whether you are recording. Enti afi no what coming to the senses. He will say, hey, makasa achew. Over 10 minutes ni ebi kura nsema ye kei kura no nipa no be record. But how can an attorney general think say when you will be dim komo a nipa person will prosecute no o me achi ni tum and record the one semwa oni ni bedi. I mean, how can you be just such a childish attorney general?
Exactly. When you wear such childish and infantile orientation and you are on a vindictive mission, you lose your senses. Because if I'm having a sensitive conversation with somebody, I will not even do it on the phone because the phone is not safe. So for Attorney General to go to the extent of discussing such criminal matters with your friend is saying obia or witness, now saying accused person, one person I was saying prosecutor on the phone without realizing the possibility of that particular person recording or a third party tapping into the call. Right now, we're normal, so easy to tap into some of the calls and record conversations. Third party could may have access to because the telecoms, their lines are not even secured. So you need to be criminally minded. What lose guard of your senses to go to the extent of doing that. And as I'm not American, so what say the guy was telling him that I know this person is innocent and I cannot fabricate or seek to implicate him. Abra niema onya and the oil Supreme Court judge ding, which means in the presence of a Supreme Court judge. Yes, in the presence of a Supreme Court judge, whether he was the one who was brokering the deal, say on Tiasie, na on Kangu Wesuno Munjelino. And these are people who are part of a present judicial system. And they'll be all things and say way to the stand said a certain Supreme Court judge can be brought into a matters of this caliber, criminal, seeking to implicate other people. Na obia kana no atum tape ya mabontia and ka Supreme Court judge na dia say no ho AG nka ho asem and abrante su nka ho asem. So you can imagine behind the scenes in the past the number of cases are individuals of Marco Court used to this same strategy. And Dr. Ren, the idea ba ko esombo wasasi super liberty ni freedom. Sure. And when you are taking those things away from people, you must make sure that indeed they are all cast on one year. But this is Attorney General also a total disrespect and total disregard for law order and thinking say this is politics. And no, because the when say case against the person is so strong enough, say you don't need to temper a witness. You don't need to convince people to the extent of convening a meeting in the house of a sitting present attorney, a Supreme Court judge, in an attempt to woo the person into doing things that it doesn't make sense. And I feel so ashamed having that guy still walking around as AG.
Now, only said the yakra woman say, as a whole attorney general, they invite to say we a prosecutor in a case. Now you invite us a brand new komo as a whole attorney general. Now we call instead of you to even turn down the invitation. How can you even do this as attorney general? Say, this is a case. Me na me dia asem na court say you prosecute. Then go for fetch say ye besi ko hunu wo ashimesi judge we fie nti bomodi anabra na also say you me ba. Not even saying it's okay, I can't come. My man sending me aid be now, send people what some can't wait tea be no catch me. Now a whole attorney general. And we have such a person as the Attorney General of Ghana. Then it means to say the whole judiciary.
You shouldn't be surprised. Dr. Ren, who no be they know who's a new nyansa. You can easily manipulate him. Because I think that Jack Pano at some point realized that the guy ain't nyansa. Because for him to stand on the phone with an accused person for 10, 20 minutes, talking boom, 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 yanka on the phone, it's a clear demonstration that the guy is not wise. I don't know, sir. What's it? As I'm American, I say, this is a sensitive matter.
He knew that the guy is not knowledgeable, the Attorney General is not knowledgeable in depth with this particular case. Until when he realized, then the guy was like, okay, then I'm also going to make sure, say, may you use me business knowledge, to get him to a certain particular line. I mean, me here.
And when him, Sanka, Godfred, that me a smarter. And I make say, we see, Nyansa, and who here? The way and manner the guy was talking, you could clearly see that he was recording. Because so we take conversation and all kana. He was building his case by putting in certain moral, your friend saying details.
Yes, so on yes, so on him and into no build the chronology of the case now. No build it from one point to the other point. Could even be say be a lawyer crampon a coach and say Ushiana Busebisan way.
Yes. Because by the point that also as can say, if I do this, it is against my conviction. For me, I cannot implicate. You should be smart enough to know that at that point, the guy is recording you to build the case for himself. But Akwa we call so he can't say no boom 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 boom. So he's not smart, and that is why he's on this tangent. You see, being Attorney General over the years, my catcher said it's a very sensitive position, and it is time you better disengage from the Ministry of Justice. Your Attorney General now, young fanning sin chain, no Ministry of Justice, and young fanning separated these two entities. Then the Attorney General will be responsible for prosecution, and as a for now, Minister of Justice, and only a banyachi, now be or Becobiano, on an uncle. So Yantimian separated these two entities. Now you can boom, not always, President and the Obia or you're close to him, never back in our position. So trust me, say ya, because at to force in case whichever way you look at it, the case is dead. Won't be found considering what is happening, judge now Otia Seminary ya pass man because if the very moment you convict him, this particular matter will come. It could be genuine conviction, but the very moment you convict him, because of what has happened behind the scenes, that
PENDREAM TV now so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.